Facebook, Twitter are wonderful things, but let's try to put them down for an hour. Please turn off your cell phones. Spegnete cellulare, smartphone, and of course smoke whatever substance, I mean no smoking, niente fumare, and I'll turn it over then to Dr. Cavallo and I'll say a couple more words and we'll start this wonderful experience. Thanks for coming. Grazie.
I'm so glad to see so many people here. This is amazing. This is the first event of a 5-event, 2-day Festival of the Fine Arts. And you're going to see amazing talent. People, one might be your roommate or somebody who's down the hall from you, and you'll be astonished. So it starts with this play, which every semester is completely new. The writing, which Dr. Nicholson does, the adaptation of classics. The Italian, which he has the students insert in there, the costumes, everything. You're going to have the time of your life. I look forward to this because it's different every year. Because Dr. Nicholson is not only a magnificent director, an actor, a renowned Renaissance scholar of plays. He is also one handsome dude, don't you think?
Likewise, yeah.
So we're very lucky and
We'll get to
very
the eye
lucky to
doctor.
have you. I know you've got to get some dinner in between here, but try to attend a little of all the events to support your peers. Right after this will be the sculpture exhibit. There is Prosecco, yes, and nice little snacks. After that, there will be homemade cookies, blood-free coffee.
Delicious.
Yes, homemade cookies, they're really good. Next year, you're going to have to make chocolate chip though for us. Anyway, in Rinaldo's, and that will be the reading of the short stories and poetic works from Elizabeth Gilhagen's class. On Monday at 6:45, there's a concert of singing. Most of the people have never sung before. It's in Italian. It's amazing. And immediately after that, the film festival. I think there are 3 short films this year. So, 4. Oh my gosh. So I hope I'll see you at all of it, and let the show begin.
Cavallo, Director Iodice, and other people have made this possible and supporting it. We're so appreciative. Carla Molica, Cindy Bombin, Maurizio. The list goes on and on. I could be here all evening, but there's a show to get to. But we really want to thank the fantastic staff, my colleagues, and all of you, this wonderful group this fall semester 2014, for your support. And most of all, of course, turning over now to the JFRC players. This edition, they've been remarkable, an extraordinarily dedicated, I'd say, professional standard group, and they're going to put on this show for you, and I really want to thank them. I'd like to get applause. Always a pleasure to teach the beginning acting course, and I'm honored as well as delighted to teach students like this. But I'd say this year is a special vintage. Every year is a vintage, but this is an extraordinary vintage, and they're going to put on a great show for you. So please pay close attention and enjoy the entire Festival of the Arts afterwards, right? And be ready. We're in this house. We want to finally thank Miguel de Cervantes, one of the greatest writers of all time, the man who invented the modern novel, with Don Quixote de la Mancha. And people don't know he's a playwright, and he came up with these fantastic one-acts about the same time as he was doing the second volume of Don Quixote. So viva Cervantes, viva la España, viva l'Italia, and once again, enjoy the show. Thank you. Buon spettacolo.
Forza, Signora. Dry those tears and cease your sighing. After all, 4 days are not a lifetime. God willing, I'll not be gone more than 5 days at the very most. Still, to put your mind at rest, perhaps I should forget about this journey. Your sister can get married without me.
No. Pancrazio, my lord and master, do not give offense on my account. Go and do what is clearly your duty, and I will bear my grief and endure my solitude the best that I can. I only beg that you return as soon as possible, but not a day later. Oh, let me lean on you, Christina, for my heart fails me.
Such a fuss about getting married. Put it plainly, master. If I were you, I wouldn't stir from home.
Go in, muchacha. Fetch some water and splash it in her face. But wait, I know some magic words that are bound to wake her up. Don Quixote and Sancho Panza are coming to the JFRC.
Enough. It cannot be helped. We must resign ourselves, my love, for the longer you delay here, the longer you deprive me of the pleasure of your return. Your friend, Leonizo, must be waiting for you in the limo.
Yes, sir, your deluxe limousine is here.
Oh, may God go with you and bring you back to me quickly and without harm.
My angel, if you want me to stay, I'll not leave your side.
Oh, no, joy of my life. Your wish is not commanded. Now you really must go, for what touches your honor touches mine as well.
What an exemplary couple. If every wife loved her husband as my mistress Leonardo loves hers, then life would be very different.
Kristanika, bring me my cloak. I want to see your master off in the limo.
No, my love. For my sake, embrace me now and stay here. Katerina, take care of your mistress. When I return, I promise you shall have a new pair of shoes.
The officer, there's no concern for your mistress. I'll need to distract her so well that she will not dwell in your absence.
Not dwell on his absence. What are you thinking, girl? My heart can't let you go. I need you to know I miss you. Sha-la-la. I miss you.
I can bear it no longer.
Come on, sir, we're gonna be late!
Farewell, light of my eyes. They shall look upon nothing with pleasure until I return to your presence.
Oh, to hell with you, be gone and good riddance. This time you're swaggering and you're get you nowhere.
I was terrified your protestations would delay his departure and our pleasure.
Guess we invited are they coming tonight?
But of course, I already sent them word. They're so excited that this morning they sent around a hamper with the launders, who's our secret. Instead of linens, they filled it with all kinds of good things to eat, like an Easter hamper filled with cold cuts, chickens, 2 turkeys not yet plucked, and all kinds of fruits. And they sent it down with excellent wine that really tickles your nose.
Oh, he's always thoughtful, my Rapunzel. My own Saxon who warms the cockles of my heart.
What about Master Nichols the barber, who thrills me through and through? Every time I see him, he shears away my cares as if they never existed.
Did you put the basket in a safe
It's
place?
in the kitchen, hidden under a cloak.
Katerina, go see who that is at the door.
Soy un pobre estudiante, señoras.
I can tell by your clothes that you're a student, and by your boldness that you're poor. It's a strange thing. The poor never wait at the door for alms. They'll march right in, walk all over the house. They'll even wake up the household.
I expected a kinder reply from a lady such as you. After all, I'm not asking for alms. I'm just looking for a place to shelter myself tonight from the foul weather.
Where are you from, my friend?
Sono un Montemariano. That is to say, I'm from Montemario. I was on my way back to Rome with an uncle of mine who died on the road in Catalonia. The very next day we were robbed by the servants or henchmen of the bandit Roque Guinar.
Roque Guinar.
Though if Roque had been there himself, he never would have let them harm me. He's so polite and considerate. That isn't to say charitable. As soon as nightfall was falling, I passed your hospitable doors, for such I take them to be, and I hereby throw myself on your mercy.
Indeed, Christina, he's already moved me to pity.
He breaks my heart. Let's keep him here tonight, for we have enough food to feed the king's army. What's more, he can help me pluck those birds.
But Christina, do we really want a witness to our peccadillos?
This one looks as though he can keep his mouth shut. Tell me, friends, what do you know about plucking?
What do I know about plucking? Really, I don't know what you mean unless you're referring to the state of my purse, in which case I can freely admit no one is more plucked than I am.
That's not what I mean at all. I simply want to know if you're capable of plucking a few birds.
Oh. Well, by God's good grace, I've got my bachelor's degree from Loyola.
Loyola, then no doubt you're capable of plucking not only turkeys, but all manner of birds. So, are you any good at keeping secrets, or are you perhaps given to revealing anything you see, feel, or imagine?
I could be witness to a massacre and never open my mouth.
Well then, fearless, sew up your tongue and sharpen your appetite. Come in and you'll see something marvelous. It will eat a delicious dinner, and then you can take your pick of places to sleep in the loft.
That'll suit me to perfection, for I'm neither greedy nor hard to please.
Ah, at last, the celestial drivers who guide the limousines of our desires.
Ah, limousines? We'll give you guys a ride too.
They are the light light to our darkness, the obliging foundations, and pillars for our palace of pleasure.
Our palace of pleasure.
That's the only thing that irks me about him. Oh, Rapunzel, my love, for God's sake, please do use plainer language so that I can understand you. Don't climb to such dizzy heights where I can't follow you.
One good thing could be said for me. My speech is as plain as the nose on my face. I call a shovel a spade, and a spade a shovel as the saying goes.
Yes, there has to be a difference between a sexton who knows his Latin and a barber who's brought up on a vulgar tongue.
Well, for my purposes, the barber knows as much Latin as the famous grammarian, Sandra Evans. More. But that's enough talk about knowledge and fancy talk. We all speak as well as we can, even if it's not always correct. Now let's get to work, for we have plenty to do.
And plenty of plucking.
That's right.
Who is that fellow?
A poor student from Loyola who needed shelter for the night.
Give him a couple of coins for dinner and lodging, and may God go with him.
Master Rapunzel, I am grateful for your kind charity. But my lips are sealed. Besides, I'm to do the plucking to satisfy these young ladies, for they're the ones who asked me. I swear that I shan't leave this house tonight no matter who gives the orders. You have to trust a man of my quality who's willing to sleep in the hayloft. And if you're still worried for your turkeys, may the devil pluck them. And you can choke on them after you've eaten them.
This fellow isn't just poor, he's a scoundrel as well. I'll wager make off with everything, lock, stock, and barrel.
What fine sport this is. The student can pluck and keep her mouth shut just as if she were at mass.
Or better yet, at evening confession.
I don't trust this poor student. I swear he knows more Latin than I do.
Well, that is why he has such sharp wits. But don't be ashamed of a charitable act, for the Bible says, charity never fails.
I told you that wheel was about to fall off. I've never met a limo driver that's so stubborn.
You were the one distracting us with your...
It's of no matter to me. I prefer to stay at home with my wife, Leonardo. This afternoon when I left her, she was about ready to die at the thought of my leaving.
What a woman heaven has blessed you with, my dear friend. You ought to be thankful.
I am indeed. There's not another woman like her, so you may keep your Susannas and your Delias. She's a paragon of virtue and modesty.
If my wife weren't so jealous, I'd have no cause for complaint. My house is right over here. If you take this street, you'll come to yours. Let's meet again tomorrow. I'll make sure we have another limo driver.
You'll never find a better one than ours.
Adios, amigo.
Adios.
Bailamos,
¡Bailamos, muchachos! ¡Bailamos, muchachos! It's the night, fair the occasion! My love! ¡Bailamos, bailamos!
Oh there! Are you all asleep? Why is the door locked? How careful my Leonardo is.
Hey, disaster, that voice! That is the voice of my husband! Something must have happened to bring him home. Gentlemen, you must hide in the coal house. I mean, the loft where we keep the charcoal. Hurry, Katerina, show them on the way, and I will keep my cocktail occupied as to give you time to hide them.
Foul is the night, sour the occasion, the mensa turns putrid, and love rots away.
This way. I'll do.
What the devil is going on? Why won't you open up, you sleepyheads?
I let the gentlemen hide where they choose. This is where I make myself scarce. I'm going to the hayloft. If I'm found there, I'll be taken for a beggar, not an adulterer.
Hurry up, or he'll bring the door down.
Water's in my mouth.
And mine in my heels.
Yanasai, who's that knocking?
2 burritos soy, Leonardo mia. Open up, I've been hammering on this door for half an hour.
That seems to be the voice of my beloved jailer, but I cannot be sure, for one cock crows just like another.
What admirable caution. What a prudent woman. It is I, my wife, your husband Pancrazio. You may safely open the door.
Come closer and I'll see about that. Tell me how I acted this afternoon when my husband left.
You sighed and you cried and then you fainted.
True enough, but all's the same. Describe to me the birthmarks I have on one of my shoulders.
You have a mole the size of a penny on the back of your left shoulder and 3 hairs like the finest threads of gold.
True again, and what are the names of our maidservants?
Oh, come now, don't be tiresome. Christina and Katerina are their names. Now open
Christinica,
up.
Christinica, it's your master. Go get that door, girl.
I'm going, madam. Thank God he's come home safely. finally! What brings you back so soon, Master?
My love, tell us quickly what has happened. I'm quite faint with fear.
Oh, it's nothing serious. The limousine will fall off in a ditch, and my friend and I decided to come home instead of staying at the inn. We'll get another limousine tomorrow.
Ours is still the best.
We have plenty of time. Who's that shouting?
Open up! I'm suffocating!
Is he in the house or out in the street?
I'll be hanged. It's not the poor student I hid in the hayloft for the night.
A student? Locked up in my house and in my absence? Truly, Senora, if I were not so sure of your virtue, I would be somewhat suspicious. Go and let him in, Christina. The hayloft must have fallen on him.
I'm going.
My love, it was just a poor student from Loyola who begged in God's name to give him shelter for the night. Even if it was just the hayloft, and you know me, I can't refuse anyone anything. So we locked him in. But here he comes, and look what a state he's in.
Oh, if I was not so frightened and had less of a conscience, I would have spared myself the risk of suffocating in the hayloft. And I could have dined better too and had a softer bed.
Who, my friend, would have given you a better dinner or a softer bed?
Who? My art, of course, if only my hands were not tied by my fear of the law.
You're a dangerous art if you're afraid of the law.
If respect for the Holy Inquisition didn't prevent myself from practicing the art that I learned in the cave of Montemario, the city which I was from, I could dine exceedingly well in the midst of my heirs, and I might make use of it just as once, considering the plight I'm in. But I don't know if these ladies will be as discreet as I've been.
Oh, don't worry about them. Just do as you please, and I'll make sure they hold their tongues. I'm very anxious to see what you learn in this cave of Montemario.
Would you be satisfied if I conjured up 2 devils for your human form, carrying a hamper full of good things to eat?
Devil's in my house, in my presence. Sweet Jesus, deliver me from evil.
The student is saving himself. I pray that some good will come of this ill wind. My heart is all aflutter.
Well, now, if it could be done without danger, without alarming us, I would like to see these devils in their hamper. But I insist, they must not cause any alarm.
Don't worry, they'll appear in the form of the Paris sexton and his friend the barber.
Do you mean Master Ponce and Master Roquet, the family barber? Poor creatures if they have to be turned into devils. Tell me, friend, will these be baptized devils?
That's something new. Where the devil can you find baptized devils? Or what's the point in baptizing devils? All the same, it may be that these devils are baptized, for every rule has an exception. Now, stand aside and you'll see something truly amazing.
Alas, what a plan we were quite undone.
Take care, madam. Let's put on a good face and start a bad business.
How now, you villains, come forth from the dark, where you are hiding from fear of reproach.
Come forth and bring with you, do not delay, the hamper that's filled with meat and with wine.
Do not defy me or make me invoke spells, conjurations, more harsh and extreme.
Come forth, I command you. Oh, why do you stay? Heed now my warning, for if you delay, it will go ill with you. Mark what I say. Well now, I know how to deal with these devils. You must go alone and quickly cast a spell that is strong enough to bring them out. All the same, persuasion may work better with these devils than any spell.
I wager that if he manages to do what he says, he'll be the most amazing thing the world's ever seen.
Of course he'll manage to do it. Why would you disappoint us?
Viva la femmine! La rubia, piccolo
Let's bring
quiere!
them out. Here comes the 2 devils in the blessed hamper.
My lord! What an amazing resemblance to Sexton Ponce and our good neighbor the barber.
Take care, madam. You shouldn't use the devil's name, the God's name in vain when the devils are about.
Say whatever you please. We're like watchdogs who sleep through a storm. Nothing alarms us.
Come over here, I beg you, and let me taste something from that hamper.
I'll be the first to take the risk. I'll start on the wine.
It's excellent. Is it from Simply, my worthy devil?
Indeed it is. I swear by Allah.
Hold your tongue. Go no further. We're no friends of devils who swear. Besides, we're only here to have a good time and to dine well with God's blessing.
Are they going to dine with us?
That's right. Devils never eat.
Oh, some do and some don't, but we're the eating.
Since they're the ones who brought the dinner, it would hardly be polite to let them starve. After all, they look honest and well-behaved.
They're welcome to stay. As long as my husband agrees. And as long as they don't frighten us.
Well then, let them stay. For I want to see what I've never seen before.
May the good Lord repay you for all your charity.
What manners, what good breeding. If all devils are like these, then from now on they shall be my friends.
Then listen, all of you, and I'll give you a true cause to be happy. Ignorant people, hear my words, spoken plainly, freely too, and I'll tell you all the virtues hidden
In the magic cave of Monte Mario.
Scribble set it down on sheets of parchment, golden brown, cut from the haunch of a frisky bear, or so they say. The scribe sings extravagant praise
Of the magic cave of Monte Mario.
studying hands on which are born, and those whose wits are feeble. Some here with wiser heads, and think find oral knowledge.
The magic cave of Monte Mario.
A magician who doesn't know where he is from, come here and then the devil say you'll never leave again.
Magic cave of Monte Mario.
Basta! Are devils poets too?
Yes, and poets are devils.
The two devils know everything. Where do those new dances come from? The Dougie and the wobble and that newfangled twerk?
Where? From hell, that's where they come from.
That's what I thought.
And I'm quite partial to those wicked dances. But I don't dance them out of concern for my modesty and reputation.
Well, if I were to teach you 4 dance moves a day for a week, you'd be the belle of the ball. And I'm sure you'd be quite good at it.
All in good time.
Just now, dinner is warm.
Let us go in then. For I want to see if devils can eat as well as 1,000 other things I've heard about them. I swear to God they shan't leave this house until I've learned everything there is to learn about the magic
Magic
cave
of
Monte Mario.
Stay course there. All right. Yes, a round of applause. And the next one, yes, Andrea. If you like the magic cave of Monte Mario, you'll love the most wonderful show on earth, El Retablo de las Maravillas. Be prepared for wonders, Maravillas. And I think where Mrs. Road on the road in a moment.
Yes, in fact, I perceive in this wonderful world of magic, perhaps a magician coming out. Yes, of that chapel. Bring it on!
Torinos! Dove vai, Torinos? Dove sei? Where the hell is she? Torinos, get out here.
Megumi.
Ciao. Don't forget what I told you about this new hoax. I expect it to work as well as the one with the Rainmaker.
Chonfaya illustre. You can count on me to perform my part to perfection. My memory is equal to that of my intellect, and both faculties are overpowered by my will to give you satisfaction. But tell me, why do we need this person, Robalina, who's joined us? Aren't the two of us enough to carry off this trick?
She's as useful to us as our daily bread. She'll play her little ukulele while the audience is waiting for the most wonderful show.
The real wonder will be if they don't stone her on sight. I've never seen such a miserable-looking creature in all my life.
Are we going to perform in this town, Mr. Manager? Sir? I can't wait to show your honor that by taking me on, you got yourself a really good bargain.
If you were 4 times the size, the bargain would still be poor. We're done for unless your music amounts to more than you do.
We'll see about that. Despite my size, I've been invited to join a real acting company.
Hey, if they give you the right part for your size, you might almost be invisible. Torinos! We're almost into town. No doubt those people coming towards us now are the governor, mayor, and company. Let's go meet them. Sharpen your tongue in the whetstone of flattery, but don't overdo it. Ah, my worships! Oh, I kiss thy worship's hand. Which one of you fine worships is the governor of this town?
I'm the governor. What do you want, sir?
Sirs, my name is Montiel. I bring with me the most wonderful show on earth.
Why is it called the most wonderful show on earth?
It's called the most wonderful show on earth because it was devised and created by the great musician, David Blaine. With such signs, calculations, and astrological conjectures that anyone who wants to witness the most wonderful show on earth has to have no drops of Jewish blood and must not be born out of wedlock.
No Jew can see it.
Now I see that every day there's something new to be learned. Anyway, fella, you said that The man who created this show is David Blaine.
His name was David Blaine, and he was born in the city of Las Vegas. He was also reputed to have a beard that reached down to his waist.
Well, for the most part, men with long beards are pretty wise.
Honored Senora Karina Castrata, I propose that with your permission, want your daughter, Juana Castrata, my goddaughter, be married tonight, and that Mr. Montiel sets up his wonderful show in your house to liven up the celebrations.
I shall be happy to obey your worship and to concur wholeheartedly with your wishes. Never mind the consequences.
One consequence is the little matter of payment. We must be paid in advance. Worthy gentlemen of the law, you do have consciences and souls, don't you? It wouldn't do if the people could just gate crash Senora Karina Castrata, or whatever her name is, his house tonight and saw the show for nothing. Then tomorrow when we tried to charge the public, not a soul showed up. No, sirs. Ante omnia. We must be paid our just dues.
Will Miss Manageress, no, Vittorio will pay you more than handsomely for this. And if not, the council will. You clearly don't know where you are, because in this town, my lady, we don't need to wait for any Vittoria to pay up for us.
Benito Cabbage Patch, you're way out of the mark. This lady didn't mention any Victoria. She simply asked to be paid in advance. Ante omnia. Before all else. That's what it means.
Well, Miss Notary Capacho, I don't really understand this stuff, but you're quite educated and well-read, so you can understand the gibberish they're talking about, but I simply can't.
Very well. Will the manager be satisfied with an advance of 500 euros, as well as the assurance that no one from town will be admitted into my house tonight?
Done. I trust your honors to keep your word.
Come with me then. We'll go to my house, I'll pay, and you can see how wonderful, or how suitable my house is for setting up your wonderful show.
Let's be off, but remember the requirements that must be met by everyone who wants to see the most wonderful show.
Well, I'll take care of that. I'm willing to submit to the test. I'm sure of my pedigree. On all sides of my family, I boast barefuls of vintage Christian blood.
Amen.
And I have no problem seeing this most wonderful show on earth.
We all expect to see it. Mr. Benito Cabbage Patch.
None of us was born in the Cabbage Patch.
As far as I can tell, you'll really need to prove it, dear colleagues.
Come along, Mr. Manager. To business. My name is Karina Castrata, daughter of Anton Castrato and Juana Macha. I need say no more, so sure am I, as to stand on my own 2 feet and look at the wonderful show full in the face.
God willing.
Tell me, Senora, which poets are in fashion now in Broadway? Which have a reputation and a following? What about the playwrights? I pride myself on being a bit of a poet, and I've got quite a weakness for the grease paint as well. In fact, I've just dashed off 22 new plays, which I'm bound to take to Broadway, where they're going to make a ton of money from big-time producers.
Well, sir, I don't know how to answer your question about the poets. There's so many of them, they blot out the sun, and they all think that they're cat's whiskers. As for the playwrights, it's still the same old names. They've always been around, and they're not worth mentioning. But tell me, what name do you go by as a poet?
Senora, they call me Gomecillos B.A.
Bless my soul, you're not the Gomecillos B.A., author of those famous poems, Lucifer was feeling ill, or, and then he threw up.
Gossiping tongues have tried to saddle me with those poems, but I'm no more responsible than Kim Jong-un. The ones I am responsible for are about the floods of the Tiber. Poets are notorious for stealing from each other, but I pride myself on not stealing anything from anyone. As long as God gives me a hand with the verses, I'll leave the stealing to the others.
Honorable.
Will your worships be pleased to come in? Everything's ready.
What's the money for that?
Right next to my card.
Imagine, Chun-Fai, his worship the governor is a poet!
A poet? God's blood! Well, just like the rest of them.
Come on, Miss Manager. I'm anxious to see those boxes of wonders.
Come and sit here, Teresa dear, so that we're right in front of the stage. Now, you know the conditions of seeing the show, so pay careful attention. It would be a great shame to miss it.
Why, Juana, I'm your cousin. You know that. I wish I could be as sure of going to heaven as I am of seeing whatever the show has to offer. Upon my life, you can pluck the eyes off my face if I don't. A fine thing that would be for me.
Cousin, here they come.
Take your seats, everyone. The show is about to begin. Take note that the theater is behind this tapestry as well as the manageress. And there's the musician over there.
You call her a musician? Keep her behind that tapestry. Though I can stand the sight of her, I can't bear to listen to her.
You're mistaken, Mr. Mayor. She's a good, sound Christian with great breeding.
And one needs such qualities to be a good musician.
Though her breeding may be sound, sounds are pretty coarse.
That's a good one, Uncle. I like it. I like it.
All poor devil gets for playing the benefit of?
Well, for God's sakes, we've had other musicians who were as...
Yeah, as?
Let's leave it at that, gentlemen, or we'll never get started. I call on Mr. Montiel to begin the show.
This man has such little baggage for such a big show.
Everything must be worked by magic.
Todo debe de ser de maravillas.
Maravillas!
Attention, ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to begin. Whoever art thou art has built this theater with such wonderful artifice that it has the reputation of being wonderful. I entreat, beseech, and command thee to bring forthwith some of thine possessions, and entreat and allow these people to enjoy and rejoice without fear of offense or harm. Ah, I see! You have agreed with my request. For over there I perceive Samson. He's embracing the pillars of the temple. Oh, he's gonna throw them on the ground to strike down his enemies. Stop, valiant knight, stop! For God's sake, don't flatten this group of gentry here. Oh, shit!
We come here to enjoy ourselves. We end up as pancakes. Spare me, Sir Samson, in spite of my sins. Heed the prayers of the honest folk.
Do you see him, Senora Castrata?
See him? Why wouldn't I see him? Are my eyes in the back of my head?
This is a great business. I can no more see Samson than I can see Kim Jong-un. There's no doubt I'm a true and legitimate Christian.
Watch out, everyone. Here comes that very same bull that flattened that poor wretched. Oh, watch out.
That bull has a devil in him. He has a force and horny look. I better take care of you. My
Mr. Vander, please spare us the wonders that cause us alarm. I don't ask for these young ladies, for they have turned as white as sheets.
No doubt of that, Mama. It'd take me 3 days to get over it. I could just see myself on those horns. They're sharp as
hard as
the devil's own pitchfork.
You wouldn't be my daughter if you couldn't see it.
That's done it. Everyone sees it but me. I'll just say that I see it for the sake of my damned honor.
Oh, look over there. Scurrying around. Those mice are the direct They're all nice.
Jesus, help me! Oh my God, I'm throwing myself out the window!
I'm not actually complaining. They're climbing all over. The little brown mouse has me fast by the knee. Big Lord, help me! No one here will.
I see it.
Me neither.
This drenching rain must only come from the source of the river Jordan. If it touches a lady's face, she'll have the complexion of burnished silver, and men's beard will turn that of gold.
Do you hear that, cousin? Hold up your face. You could do the spot that. Oh, what a delicious taste.
Oh, dole liquore e dolcissimo.
Now cover up, Mother. Don't you get wet.
Don't worry, we're all taking cover, daughter.
That water's running down my back and out my buttocks.
I'm as dry as a stick.
What the devil is going on? Not a drop has touched me and the others are all drenched. What if I'm the only bastard here?
Get rid of that musician or I swear I won't see another wonder again. Look at her plucking over there with no instrument or any music.
Don't pick on me, Mr. Mayor. I'm playing just as God is pleased to instruct me.
How could God be pleased to instruct you, you maggot?
Yeah, maggot. I think the devil's brought me to this town. Il Diablo.
The sweet water of the blessed river Jordan has touched me, and I'll swear, if my eyebrow hasn't turned as fair as gold.
50 times worse, I'd say.
Take care, all of you. Here come a pack of rampant lions and honey bears. Take care, for they may look like fantastic creatures. Their barred wings may still cause trouble and perform Herculean feats.
God's teeth, Mr. Manager. Did you mean to fill the place with bears and lions?
Well, you know that David Blaine sent these lions and dragons instead of hawks and nightingales. Miss Manager, you ought to send us something less alarming, or we'll go settle for something we've already seen. So as God is a guide, I suggest you get out of this town, not stay a moment longer.
Mr. Benito Cabbage Patch, for the sake of us ladies, please do let the bears and lions come out. We'll be well pleased if they do.
But daughter, how is it that just now you're scared of mice and now you're begging for bears and lions?
Anything new brings pleasure, Mama.
Entering now, see that young lady, so attractive and elegant. That's Herodias. She's the one whose dancing caused John the Baptist his head. If you can find someone to dance with her, you'll really see something wonderful.
That's more like it. That's a real wonder. All right, niece, why don't you get out there with that tambourine and lend her a hand and keep up with that.
Mr. Mayor, every rule has its exceptions.
Which one of you is his worship the governor?
I'm the governor. What do you want, sir?
We're to find quarters for 30 cavalrymen. They'll be here in half an hour. Sooner than that, in fact. Hear the trumpets now, so I'll be off.
I swear, they all been sent by David Blaine.
No, he has nothing to do with this. It's just a company of cavalrymen camping 2 leagues from here. I swear.
What?
Compania di Cavalleria.
Oh, you mean, wait, the Arabs? We don't want the Arabs. You and David Blaine are a couple of walking ropes. Just like that musician, I'm going to tell him to tell you to get all those cavalrymen out of here, or I swear I'm going to whip you both.
Take note, everyone. The mayor's threatening me.
Take note, everyone, that his worship the mayor thinks that his majesty's cavalry was sent by David Blaine.
I swear you've both been David Blaine.
For my part, I don't think the cavalry can be a hoax.
A hoax, your worship? Are you in your right mind?
They might well be David Blameries like the other things we've seen here today. But Mr. Manager, can you bring out the young lady Herodias again so this gentleman can see something truly amazing? And perhaps we can use her as a bride to get him to leave quickly.
Gladly. I call on thee to come back and dance with this beautiful young lady.
You can count on me. I don't let her down.
Are these people mad? What the devil do they mean by young lady? What dance? Who is this David Blaine?
Do you mean to say, Mr. Quartermaster, that you don't see Herod's girl over there?
The devil take me if I see any girl over there.
That doesn't. He's one of them.
He's one of them. He's one of them.
He's one of them. He's one of them.
I'm as much of a whore son as any one of you. If I draw my sword, you'll all be leaving by the window instead of the door.
He's one of them.
He's one of them.
He's one of them. Respectable stuff. He's one of them.
You're always going to be cowards, so he's one of them. He's one of them. To hell with you,
The arrival of the cavalry is the work of the devil.
Yeah, what an extraordinary event this has been. The reputation of the most wonderful show on earth goes on. Tomorrow we can show it to the town and claim victory in this battle. Long live Chirinos and Chanfaya!
Long live Chanfaya and Chirinos.
Long live Ravelina.
Viva!
Viva! Viva!
The fun goes on at the art show right downstairs, so enjoy the Prosecco and the wonderful art.